Amsterdam.
Playing in a bucket.
Istanbul. The naked scrub.
You look just like
Utrecht, Netherlands.
We are in Masterclass. A Masterclass with JP Bouvet in my living room.
Oh my god.
First international campfire. When I sent an email out to my email list saying, hey, I'm going to be in Russia, Shane wrote, and he was like, hey, I live in the Netherlands, which is nowhere near Russia. Would you consider coming to do a workshop at my school? And it was great because it was more like, hey, I don't think this is ever going to happen, but I'm going to beat myself up if I don't ask you. Can you do a workshop at your school? I was like, duh, we can do a workshop at your school. What are you going to do? And when I was at school, I didn't really know. I thought I knew when I got there what my options were. And I don't do any of those things now, and I don't know anyone that does. Without him booking this, the rest of this tour probably wouldn't have happened because I was just planning on going to Russia and going home. And then he was like, well, you could come here, and I'll organize it all. And I was like, okay, that's amazing. And then it started spreading to other cities in the Netherlands and Germany and Prague and all sorts of places in the UK. And yeah, so Shane's kind of a big part of this trip. That's all we need. Home-cooked meals and we can burn stuff. The theme is constant notes. I don't care what you play, the theme is just that it doesn't stop. It can be muted, it can be open, it can be loud, it can be soft. Go for it. Without us. We'll follow. A good test in my life. I'm trying to figure out where it's leading to, but speaking outside of only the drum community is something I want to do, and this is a good introduction. This community is so real. We just sat outside and had like a bonfire in the woods in Germany. There's no phone service. Well, I don't have phone service anywhere, but there's no phone service. There's no internet service. And we sat around the fire and we chatted about life for 4 hours. We cooked dinner together. We cleaned up together. And this is like, you know, this is the new like connection that's possible with the tools we have today. The doist doesn't care about all the other crap. The doist just does it. The doist is that guy. The doist is that guy that makes it all happen. We just did second day at Rhein-Alstel and we are going to see Animals as Leaders. Woo! Animals as Leaders! Yeah. Precise. 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and stop. Sounds awesome. Let's pick it up. 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4. This is very cool and it's very meaningful to me because this is the embodiment of something that was just a glimmer of an idea and became an online idea, which is very different, and now it's real life. And it just makes me so happy. So this is just a huge highlight of the trip so far.
Sneeuwwitje.
try to also pay attention to whether it's a more linear group or a more stacked group. For example, this is the linear version. So that's one thing at a time. And then a stacked version is like. Cool. So see how it makes it feel very different. Very light, very heavy.
Посмотрите, какое разное ощущение, когда есть ощущение легкости и есть ощущение очень тяжелое.
Привет, друзья! Это Drum Channel, и сегодня у нас необычный выпуск, а точнее у нас в гостях необычный гость, это JP Bouvet. Мы так рады твоему визиту. Привет, JP!
Привет!
Привет!
Like, usually the guy that gets the gig is more prepared. Usually the person that gets into the school prepared more. Usually the person that gets into the band prepared more than the other people. Because at the end of the day, we can all learn the same patterns. But it's really just like who took the time to learn the right ones and get very comfortable with them so that they're second nature. So that when game time comes, and you inevitably perform worse than you think you're going to, because you always do under pressure, that worst is better. Because that's what happens when you prepare. Your best doesn't really get better. Your worst gets better. Because if you're not prepared, your worst is like a train wreck. But when you're so prepared and you put so much time in, the worst that could happen is like you mess up some licks. But you always know where you are. You always know what you're about to do, what you're going to do. So preparation is the biggest thing. Sasha,
Yeah.
you're awesome. Where are we? What is this place that you created, and what does it mean to you? Why is it so important?
Yeah. Well, this is our dream place, you know. This is my drum school. In Russian, it's so difficult to find good teacher, drum teacher, and that's why I'm here. That's why I've been trying to create this place for everyone can come and accept this knowledge, accept this stuff to start good drummer, professional drummer. We have 4 teachers and approximately 100 students here.
It's your
this
love.
Is my job, this is my dream, this is my passion.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Our exploration in Russia brings us to what appears to be an abandoned building. But what is not an abandoned building? It is a drum shop, not a drum shop, a little drum school. These guys just started last year, and he emailed me. He's like, man, it'd be cool to have a lesson. And he brought me back here, and I thought for a second, maybe I'm gonna get murdered. But I didn't get murdered. Instead, we had an awesome time.
Hi, I'm Alex. So we're here with GP Bouvet in St. Petersburg in Drum Stars place, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, GP, for this really great chance to meet you and play with you. I'm so appreciate this possibility. Thank you so much.
Et voilà.
Ну, я понял.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry I didn't see you there. I was just admiring the bridges that Prague is so famous for.
So now we are at Prague Conservatory,
Alright.
in the center of Prague. This is our little square where we hang out. And we are not practicing. They are practicing right now.
No, we are rocking. They are practicing. So it's a classical conservatory, right?
Yeah.
And we're having a little jammy jam, a little sheddy shed inside.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, first of all, just get used to this pedal. Without the glove. Yeah.
So my name is Dunda.
My name is Andrzej.
Hey, I'm Kenna. I just had a great lesson with JP.
We took a train south, and now we are at a store called Kitari, and we have a drum clinic and an interview. Flamethrowers that shoot up, and we have some members of the King Circus out in Zhizhkov who are coming to unicycle, and they're juggling things on fire, chainsaws. At the end of the day, the only person I have to blame is myself.
Yeah, so
And I think everyone has their version of that. You know, put yourself in the best place to succeed, and don't look back.
pedal I could...
Yes, because when these people are practicing throwing the beanbag at different distances, what they're learning to do isn't nail the target. They're learning to make these small adjustments and adjust themselves to all these different scenarios. And it's the same with music. If you're practicing one thing over and over again, you get good at the one thing and then you plateau. But if you practice several different things, your vast, whole expanse of knowledge of the drums is slowly moving up.
Sneeuwwitje.